You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information. The views and opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily represent those of the network, its advertisers, owners, or sponsors.
Welcome. Thank you for listening. This is the IT and the D Show. This is episode 225, broadcasting here in Podcast Detroit in beautiful Royal Oak, Michigan. Guests this week include Kyle and Bozena. They are from Woodward Throwbacks. We haven't seen them.
Your wife's here?
No, it's not my wife. Same name. We haven't seen them since the old Russell days. It'll be great to catch up. Obviously, they are growing and expanding and have a lot of cool stories to tell. And then Mike and Steve are here. Steve's the ugly one, I've been told. They are the Joomla twins.
I'm not going to lie. When I first heard we were having twins in the studio, this is not how I pictured it.
They're from CorePHP, and they solve problems, and we'll be talking about some of those problems and an incubator fund that they're launching. So cool stuff. Dave, you may fire when ready.
You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.
Following program is intended for mature audiences.
I'm Wyatt, that's Gary, you're Bob, and you're Dave. This is the IT and the D Show.
This is Max Headroom. And what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister-sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever.
This is Billy D. Williams. Bob and Dave and I are enjoying a Colt 45 right now. And remember, IT in the D, it works every time.
Just where do you guys think you are?
The Library of Congress?
Detroit? Beyond the sun? Any of those right?
Take him to Detroit. No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Then don't come! Shut up!
Hi, this is Christy Swanson, and you're listening to the IT in the D Show. And Bob and Dave touch my hoo-hoos.
What happens when you tap the angry beaver in the bumhole?
Exactly.
Come on. Someone tries. What the hell with this? I'm calling a break. We'll come back to the show.
This is Guilfoyle from Silicon Valley, and the only two guys I hate more than Dinesh are Bob and Dave. Suck it, guys.
What's up, everybody? This is Billy Zapka. Sweep the leg. Listening to IT and the D Show. No mercy.
I may have to wipe the geek off.
Hi, this is Kelly LeBrock from Weird Science. So, Bob and Dave, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Are we at a break yet?
Hey, this is Zach McGowan from Planet Earth. You're listening to IT and the D Show.
Hi, I'm Ernie Hudson, and you're listening to IT and the D. All you nerds out there.
Nerds.
Nerds.
What is a nerd?
I'm a nerd, and I'm pretty proud of it.
Hey, Detroit, this is Anthony Michael Hall. You're listening to my buddies Bob and Dave on IT in the D.
This is Scott Steiner, Big Pump Pump. The IT in the D Show is your hookup. Holler if you hear me.
You're in your underwear? I'm in my underwear. Here, let's hang out.
No, I'm sorry, honey. I have a headache.
I definitely want to see Bob in his underwear. That's a fact.
Hey, everybody, this is Tony Todd. What's happening? You may know me from Candyman, The Rock, Sushi Girls, Zoom, Night of the Living Dead. A lot of pop culture media madness. Anyway, you're listening to IT in the D Show business.
I'm totally into Dave, but not so much Bob.
This is Robert Hayes, the Ted Stryker to my mother. When I'm not hanging out at the Magumbo bar, I'm listening to the IT and the D Show. It's worse than Detroit.
Is there such thing as a meat hangover?
I love my Monday meat steak.
Hey, folks, this is WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and you're listening to the IT and the D Show. Tough guys. Oh!
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
The question isn't what are we going to do. The question is what aren't we going to do.
Ludicrous speed! Sir, had you better buckle up? Now buckle this! Ludicrous speed! Go!
Welcome back. Hope you're doing good. We are doing great. This is episode 225 of the one and only IT and the D Show, broadcasting live here in Studio One in Podcast Detroit in beautiful Royal Oak, Michigan. This is Bob the Sales Guy hanging out with Dave the Geek. Nerdy.
And if that annoys you or upsets you or offends you in some way, good.
Yay! Nuri, the FNG, said he's off to Bangalore again.
I think it was flying back and just didn't make it back in time.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, but
so
no,
whoever Allure
actually,
is, good for her.
No, I think it's India.
I don't know.
Either way. Randy, I do the Twitters Walker, is in studio hanging out on the Twitter sphere. Do us a favor, subscribe to us on social, and give us a like anywhere fine podcasts are sold.
Yeah.
I did it backwards.
I thought you said you had Orbi.
No, I said you did.
All right, well then fine. So hey, here's the deal. Wi-Fi is something you don't really think about until you don't have it or it's not working properly. Videos buffering, Wi-Fi dead zones when you roam around the house, too many devices connecting and slowing everything down. Let's be honest, with the holidays, there's always more people home connecting their devices and all fighting for Wi-Fi. But when was the last time you upgraded your Wi-Fi at home? If you want better Wi-Fi everywhere, check out the award-winning Orbi Wi-Fi system from Netgear. Orbi is the simplest and smartest way to get super strong, fast Wi-Fi in every corner of your home. One Wi-Fi network that's easy to install. You can set it up in minutes, and then you and the family will be enjoying faster and more reliable whole-home Wi-Fi from your basement to your backyard. So what are you waiting for? Here's what you do. You change your Wi-Fi world and get an Orbi. That's O-R-B-I Wi-Fi system from Netgear for better Wi-Fi everywhere. All you have to do is go visit netgear.com/Orbi. That's netgear.com/ORBI. Thanks for the support, guys.
So, Dave, did you hear what we did this weekend?
Let's start with the light stuff. So this Thursday, come meet us at Falling Down Beer Company because we're doing our annual charity event. It's for the kids.
Exactly.
How do you reach the kids? You come to our event. You help the kids.
So we're not just giving toys for kids that are underprivileged. We're also taking care of distressed.
Women and children that are in less than cool circumstances.
Don't have places to go.
Exactly. The moral of the story, if you didn't know, this charity that we deal with, for $33 a day, you can make sure that women and children in risky situations have a safe place to go and a safe place to stay. We would really, really, really love to get an entire year funded at this event on Thursday night. So bring your checkbooks, bring your cash, bring your everything. Make it happen, because if not, we're going to be mocking everyone.
Checks are going directly to the charity.
Exactly. They're
not going to us.
Yeah.
We are not. There's no overhead going on here. There's no this guy lives a life of poverty. He subscribes to it wholeheartedly, and this is one charity that I will put my reputation behind any day of the week.
We do. But yes, it is happening at Falling Down Beer Company, and if you're not friends with us on Facebook, you may have missed the announcement. We're now partners in Falling Down Beer Company. We bought a fairly significant stake.
Devilish.
So yes, I kind of feel there's this great passage in Anne Rice's The Vampire Lestat that says the problem with immortality is that you live long enough to become everything that your enemies always said you would be.
Well, I mean, if anyone's hung out with me for more than 3 minutes, probably like the third thing out of my mouth is, yeah, I need to buy a bar, dude. Why?
See, and if it was just buying a bar, I'd have said no.
But it's not.
We bought manufacturing.
And it's distribution.
We make beer.
And vodka.
And vodka.
And bourbon.
And it's good vodka.
Mead and cider.
And mead and wine and yeah.
And soon sour beers.
And soon.
No, there will never. No.
Yes, Warren is turning into a sour factory. But if you haven't checked them out yet,
such a huge veto.
Falling Down. Check out fallingdownbeer.com. There's a location in Warren and a location that's going to be opening up in a couple weeks in Oxford. That's one of the coolest bars that I've seen in a long time.
There's very cool. That was our first time there, and it was amazing.
The longest bar I've ever. It's like 45 seats.
Yeah, and just a phenomenal place. Great little location. Kind of like I'd never been to downtown Oxford, period.
It's like Main Street, Rochester, Main Street.
It's Main Street, USA.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool. A lot of walkability, a lot of traffic, and it's a great little location. I'm pretty psyched. So yes, that's a thing, and we're in, and Yeah.
We've only been talking, they've been sponsoring our show since day one.
Yeah,
we had
pretty much.
We had there before they even opened. We had an event there. So yeah.
Well, no, it was the day they got their certificate of occupancy in Warren. We were there with an event.
So we have a long-standing history with that team, and
Mark's in the intro.
Yeah,
we've been on the.
Angry Beaver's a beer. If you never knew what that was.
Yes.
Do our listeners still get discounts there?
They do. I mention IT in the D when you walk in,
and
you get
Podcast
a buck off.
Detroit.
Yeah, either one.
Buck off pints, and the product's phenomenal. So I'm a proud papa. I couldn't. I was sheepishly grinning from ear to ear.
You weren't even sheepishly grinning, dude. Your head was going to split in half from how wide you were smiling on Saturday.
I'm still smiling. I'm still laughing. But hey, we'd like to wish happy birthday to the SMS text.
The text message turned 25 today. Yes.
And the very first one was. ASL.
My wireless is down.
Right. Can you call me? Can you call me in 10 minutes?
When are you getting here? Yeah.
Right, but the very first ones, if you're old enough to have one of those phones, the triple tap.
It took 4 clicks to send an S.
So if you wanted to, right, if you wanted to see, call me, it was 1, 2, 3. Wait until the letter and then A.
Yeah.
And they were 20. I'll never forget. Joe, one of my friends, never bought the texting plan, so he was still on this quarter a text plan. So he's like, "Will you stop texting me?" Because my bill last
he was
month
justifying.
was because it was $80 bill because he never why'd you turn on text? I don't wanna. But it's funny how long we from our first Nokia phones to now. Texting is an absolute.
Remember the old StarTAC clamshell? That was
totally not to push the talk. I had one of those. Those were terrible.
That was Nextel that had those.
Oh, it was Nextel. Yeah, those were. But to think that, I've been using them probably almost this whole time.
Yeah.
And what would our lives be like? What would our children's lives be like
if they couldn't text? God help the world.
They'd have to talk to people.
That's an entire episode of ranting that I could go off on. So speaking of ranting, so here's the thing. I love my car. I love my Jeep. Lamborghini has announced that they're coming out with an SUV. Now Lamborghinis are cool. They are what they are. They're Lamborghinis. And now Lamborghini's going to have a car that looks like mine.
Didn't Porsche got away with the
Cayenne? Yeah,
they're everywhere.
But it's Lamborghini.
I saw a Porsche hatchback. Oh, it's the guy that owns Lady Jane's, by the way. And it's the worst car I've ever seen because it was a sporty, a 944.
Is it worse
style.
than the Mercedes G-Wagon?
The box one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's way worse.
It looks like a milk truck.
Right.
Let me guess, you have one?
No.
She would love to have one.
$100,000.
Yeah. But it looks like a milk truck.
It's my favorite car.
It looks like a milk truck.
I can't wait to pull it.
So it's amazing what one product will do for an entire company where we've been talking Battlefront now for the last 3 weeks and the whole the whole 4,500 hours or $2,100.
Yeah, it was 2 man work years
to unlock all the things.
To unlock all the things were $2,100.
Right. And
we vent. You know what? We should take a little credit for this.
Oh, I'll take all of it.
We vented about this. We vented about this.
Yeah, it's my fault.
And their stock price.
They lost $3 billion in market cap.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Let me I'm about 1.5% through the campaign mode. That game's amazing. You're playing a movie. It is one of the coolest. I've already flown the Millennium Falcon.
So it's not all just the cutscenes in the commercials?
No. I've been Lando Calrissian. I've been Han Solo when he was 40 in the orange Yoda.
Is there a Colt 45 mod for Lando?
I don't know.
Because that would be amazing. If that's in that $2,100, I'm in.
No, it's not a Colt 45 mod. But I was Han Solo, and he was in the bar with the orange Yoda lady, and he had to do some Maz 14. What the hell was her name?
Maz Kanata.
Thank you.
She was not the same species as Yoda.
She looked like orange Yoda. That's what I call her.
But not.
All right, fine.
Okay.
But it was a 40.
They don't all look alike, Bob.
Yes, they do.
She looks like a Linda Hunt.
This is a 40. I was
How do you? We'll talk offline.
Oh my god! Anyway, the game's pretty freaking amazing, and I don't know what everybody was bitching about. I think they pre-bitched before they even got it. It was kind of like...
Well, it's like last week's rant about, yeah, I get it's cool to not like movies. Shut up.
Right. No, and I think that you play the campaign mode for an hour and tell me it sucks. Like, you don't care, I can't be Darth Vader, wham, I'm going to bitch on Reddit.
Right.
Kiss my ass.
Well, yeah, so they dropped a ton of money, and their stock value plummeted, and Take-Two and Activision actually went up, so... Who knows?
$3 billion.
Maybe we'll get in television's greatest hits 2.
And now there's an online petition petitioning Disney to revoke EA's rights to the Star Wars franchise.
That'll never happen.
The game's awesome. Like, I can't have all the guns. I'm angry.
Speaking of getting screwed.
Oh, boy.
I think this is possibly the funniest story that came out this week because I didn't know this was a thing. Bob, were you aware that Michigan police were allowed to have sex with prostitutes before busting them?
See, I always wanted to, because cops, we've always seen...
There's a new bill that just got introduced that said that maybe they shouldn't be able to do that.
So, like, that was... No, you've seen cops, and they always had, like, the undercover Vegas stings.
Right.
And that was always a question. Do the cops get to bang them before they get arrested?
Yeah, no, and it was like they put the money on the table,
right.
girl
and then
gets
they arrest
topless,
them.
and then they arrest them. Yeah.
But in Michigan, they could?
Yeah, Michigan apparently, like...
And only Michigan.
Yeah, literally, Michigan is the only state where this is a thing, where, like, cops could bang hookers and then bust them.
How did one lawmaker not go, yeah, I think this needs to be not a thing?
Like, sorry, honey, I was just doing my job.
right. Like, no, but seriously, but they're pulling it off the table finally? Or
well, there's a bill that's been introduced that said that maybe that shouldn't be a thing.
You've heard stories all the time, like how it's like illegal to have sex with donkeys, like in Alabama. Or, like, there's these weird laws that still are in existence that no one ever revoked. So they basically say, like, hey, if you want to go...
I'm okay with it being illegal to have sex with donkeys. Like, I think that's okay.
No, but in some places it's legal. Like, I think it's
legal.
Yes.
Yes. I don't necessarily believe that cops should be able to bang prostitutes and then arrest them. That seems like the definition of entrapment.
So if you've listened to us once or twice, Dave and I do a side podcast called Worst Meatball Sandwich Ever, where we trash on the people that leave 1-star Yelp reviews at places that we either like or places that you shouldn't leave reviews. The last one was a Starbucks downtown, I believe.
Right.
Well, apparently, someone left a bad review for an Amazon delivery person.
Yeah, and well, I'll be honest. In this case, I don't think we would take up this cause because the Amazon delivery driver took a shit in their driveway.
Like, for real. Like, okay.
Like, there's no nice way to put that. The guy showed up, dropped off their packages, and then dropped off a package.
Now, here's the thing. We're all adults. We can talk about this in public.
And private.
Can you time it like that? Like, okay, like if you gotta, like, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Like, you're gonna be like, nope. I got like 3 more stops.
Well, yeah, like seriously, like you didn't pass McDonald's. Right. You didn't pass like some place that had a bathroom that would have enabled you to remedy that issue. I mean, like, did he have dysentery?
No, like,
I feel like that would have been the only excusable way.
Now, here's the thing. Apparently, it came from CBS Sacramento. This is a California thing.
Yeah.
This is where I think he's trolling or it's fake. Where it's like he was in shock when he saw the size of it. He ended up scooping it with a plastic bag, but didn't want to take it with him.
But then left the plastic bag on their porch.
Right.
That's shitty, is what that is. That's exactly what that is. That's shitty.
So don't leave bad reviews for your, and don't shit in people's driveways that have a nest in above their garage door.
Right now, but the one, yeah, exactly. Just keep an eye out for cameras, for the love of God. Again, if you've listened to the show, you know that like my entire neighborhood has cameras, and that's why there's a guy in jail right now. Bob, we love Waffle House.
Kind of, yeah. I love the concept of it, but
exactly.
I never feel good when I leave.
It's like communism. It looks great on paper, but actual implementation might be less than stellar. So apparently there was a Waffle House in South Carolina where a drunk guy walked in circa 1 o'clock in the morning. And here's the weird part. Apparently there was only one person on staff at 1 in the morning at Waffle House. Like, I don't even understand. Like, isn't that your peak hour? Like, I would assume like Waffle House midnight to 3 a.m. is like your peak target demographic.
No, it depends because if it's on the highway on the exit, it's not going to be a bar crawl. You're thinking it's like just for drunk people.
Yeah, because okay, Bob. What happened last night?
Arby's.
Right. Where's the closest food?
When's the last time I ate Arby's sober? Yeah.
There we go.
Exactly.
So, Waffle House. Midnight to 3 a.m. Let's be honest and realistic. We've gotten this far by being honest with our audience.
Right.
But, yeah, so apparently the staff member was the guy that worked at Waffle House was passed out in one of the booths. And so drunk guy went in and made his own breakfast. And took selfies of himself all along the way. Hey, here's me making my sandwich. And then he came back. He was legit. He came back the next morning and paid for what he bought and posted selfies with the person that he paid just to make sure that he was legit. And people were like all outraged. And I'm like, I'll be honest. Number one, like I said, why does a Waffle House only have one person working at that time of night? And number two, if you're that person working that shift at Waffle House at that time of night, odds are good the flow chart of your life might have some questionable decisions in it, and maybe you need a nap.
I'm not going to lie, though.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not going to lie. If I ever got the keys to a Waffle House to be able to make breakfast, I would make the most ultimate Franken breakfast like you've ever seen.
Why would I not be surprised?
Like the omelet with the waffles on the outside covered with sausage gravy. Like it would I would give birth to this amazing breakfast. Like I kind of who doesn't want to be stuck in like Burger King, go cook something. Like, oh my God,
okay,
yes.
I get access to all the things?
Right.
Yes, please.
Right. I'm gonna make the most baddest shit. That's where the McGangbang came from, the chicken sandwich double cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Like some drunk dude's like, I want to put all this shit together.
That's right, yeah. I want the surf and turf.
Right.
Yeah.
The filet of fish.
Yeah.
So in their statement about this incident, Waffle House actually offered the guy a job because apparently he has pretty good cooking skills.
Well, yeah. Well, if you saw the photos, it looked amazing. Like the stuff he cooked looked great.
So half of the government's had a really bad week with a bill that's going around that's kind of scribbled, handwritten, and trying to pass it through. But I think one bill hit the floor that I'm kind of cool with, and I think it should be a thing. And we talked about it last week. Why doesn't someone make this a thing where the penalty for hiding data breaches kind of exceeds the point of you don't want to do that again?
Yeah.
So
we're looking at you, Uber.
Yeah, apparently. But no, Apple's in it too. Apparently, with the 13.0.1 thing, they hid that.
That wasn't well. So what they did is the Mac OS 13.0 had it was High Sierra had a root flaw in it that was exploitable. They fixed it with a patch, but then they came out with 13.1 and reintroduced the bug. So kids, don't fork your code. That's what that comes down to. Be aware of what you're doing.
No, but going back to the bill, it's a little muddied. They tried to do it in 2014 with Target, but they're really trying to make it a heavy finable, jailable offense if you hide a data breach at a major corporation.
Well, so that was the initial concept behind all the forms and regulations that your CIO, your CTO have to say. And we talked about this. That was the rise of, well, not the rise. That was the creation of the CISO position. That CISO position did not exist before the Target breach.
Oh no!
And these bills started getting introduced because now your CIO wanted somebody else to throw under the bus that had to sign these pieces of paper that would make them liable for things that happen, and that's how that became a thing. So, as more and more and more of these things keep happening, I'm not against it.
No, God, bring it all day.
Because we talked about Uber, they paid a guy to try to hide the breach for a year.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it's a thing.
But the weird thing is, so with the whole net neutrality thing going on, and damn well in our near lifetimes that they're going to push it through some way, shape, or form some time of the night, whether we like it or not.
We've said it a million times. If you don't believe that the cable companies are going that they see dollar signs at the end of that tunnel, ask yourself why they're spending so much money on trying to make sure this goes through.
Right. But the weird thing that happened was the FCC apparently got 400,000 comments.
444,000
444,000
emails.
Emails With .ru email addresses.
Yes. That Russians are concerned that we should keep the internet net neutral in America.
So, they said a study found more than 7.75 million comments were submitted from email domains attributed to fakemailgenerator.com. And they had identical wording. And, I don't know if that's that, like, I get those spam emails.
There were a lot of...
That generates an email to your senator that's the same wording.
Exactly.
And I get that.
I'm not sure about your feed, but, like, my feed was heavy with click this link, click submit, here's where you want to go, da-da-da-da-da. It may be some of that because, the way that a lot of that stuff works is they rely on mail servers that don't have relay authentication, that don't have any kind of like security or TLS or any kind of security around them. Sadly and realistically, most of those are .ru domains. It's a thing.
Right, but this thing said like 23 million comments in total. 7.6 said, I'm in favor of strong net neutrality under Title II of the Telecommunications Act.
Well, everybody should be.
Right, but do the math. Only 1/3 is in favor of strong net neutrality?
Well, only 1/3 of it worded it that way. Let's be, yeah.
Another 1.4 million took the opposite view, saying, I strongly urge the FCC to repeal the rules.
Yeah.
I was like,
nah, nobody cares.
No. And they're going to make it so convoluted and so ugly and so garbage and so crappy, and we're going to be so numb by the time the thing finally gets pushed through. Right,
because they're just relying on wearing us down. And but speaking of things imploding, so the Pontiac Silverdome.
They were better than the Lions this past weekend.
No, it's
my whole thing is, if they would have just scheduled the demolition for I'm guessing about 3:30 in the afternoon. Like, that's when the Silverdome was used to things blowing up.
Dude, I was going to say, it's so apropos that we get one final Sunday disappointment at the Pontiac Silverdome. But, being an Auburn Hills resident, it hit today at 4 o'clock again, which dropped
their
finally.
Second try, yeah.
And I'm on a conference call on a WebEx from California. My house shook. And it was loud as bejesus. And I go... And I stopped and I said, "Oh my God, the second Pontiac Silverdome explosion just hit." I could feel it in my walls of my house.
Well, and here's the thing: God bless all the people that started Facebook events.
Oh God, I hate these things
because
they're amazing.
I was laughing so hard at everybody get together and throw rocks at the Silverdome. Everybody get together and cheer the Silverdome for not being a quitter. Everybody bring a fan. And aim them all at the Silverdome until it falls down.
Pray
for the Silverdome
falls.
So that was so the Silverdome has finally fallen down, gone boom. Wah wah.
And all those Volkswagens in the parking lot from the diesel recall are all dusty right now. But it worked, and kudos to the team that demolished like I said, in such Detroit Lions fashion, they couldn't do it the first time right.
Exactly.
But hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with the team. Kylan Bozenna from Woodward Throwbacks. This is the IT and the D Show.
It's Bozenka. It's not your wife.
It's Bozenna.
There's a K. No, Bozenka.
There's a K.
Oh, there is. Oh, that's the nickname version.
See?
Damn it. This is the IT and the D Show.
And we'll be right back.
All right.
Where's that bell?
IT in the D. Read, meet, listen. Networking Detroit, one beer at a time.
Hey, this is John Schneider from Nip Tuck Smallville, the haves and the have-nots. Oh, Dr. Quinn, Hot in Cleveland, Secret Life of the American Teenager, and just about everything you can possibly imagine. And oh yeah, the Dukes of Hazzard. You're listening to Bob and Dave. It's the IT in the D show.
ITinthed.com.
Welcome back, segment 2, episode 225. This is the one and only IT in the D show, broadcasting.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
Often imitated.
Let's do it backwards this time. Because we are IT in the D.
You just nod. You're cute. We really like you. We're sitting here in Studio One in a podcast Detroit in beautiful Royal Oak, Michigan. Bob, the sales guy, hanging out with Dave the Geek. Nuri, the F&G's in India somewhere. Randy.
I think he's in transit.
Yeah. En route.
He's en route.
Randy, I do the Tutors Walker, is in studio. Find us.
His Diet Coke can.
Now, let him be. Find us online, itinthed.com, and give us a like on all the socials and subscribe to us everywhere fine podcasts are sold. Hey, this segment is brought to you by our very, very good friends at Zelle. Zelle is a new way to send money to your friends and family from your banking app. Cash is easy to lose. Checks take for who writes checks anyway? Why don't you fax
the person
me?
in front of me at the line at Meijer.
Fax
That's who
me,
writes checks
fax
in front
me
of
the
me.
check. Yeah,
fax.
But with Zelle, once you're enrolled, the money
You
moves
write
right
checks,
between.
don't
Once you're enrolled, the money moves right between bank accounts and typically arrives in minutes. Pay your share of the cost of your dad's gifts. Request half the cost of the Christmas tree you bought with your roommates, or pay your personal trainer you hired after Thanksgiving. All thanks to Zelle. It's so easy to use. It works with almost anyone with a bank account in the U.S. And don't worry, Zelle's safe. Backed by major banks, which means you can send money confidently.
Dude, I told you, it's like the ad screen on every Bank of America ATM. Like they would like you to use Zelle.
Right. Again, it's easier than going to the ATM and giving someone cash for real.
It is.
So do us a favor. Go to ZellePay.com to learn more. That's ZELLE Pay.com. It's how money moves.
It is.
Thanks for the support.
Awesome.
Way to cut in the middle of that going, who the hell uses Zelle? Like, everybody.
I'll that.
Well, yeah, exactly, as you should.
But hey, that's what she said to me. I was like, I use it all the time.
Hey, I wasn't going to
Everybody
say it
on
out loud. Okay.
But hey, weird that those voices you hear, that's Kyle and Bojanka from, did I do it right that time?
Bojanka.
Bojanka, all right.
Or Bo. Bo is
All right,
here.
fine. But I know, she doesn't pronounce it that way. But hey, from Woodward Throwbacks, we haven't seen you guys since episode, what was it, 56, Randy? 68. We haven't seen you guys in almost 3 years. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. Yeah.
Turn to the math. So 225 minus 68.
157 episodes.
So 3 years.
Petition in the room.
No, but just if people didn't listen to that episode, let's dive into what you guys do and let's get updated on what's going on.
So yeah, we make products out of reclaimed wood. We salvage wood from around Detroit, and we do like home decor and barware, and we make furniture out of it too. But we've been doing it for about 4 years now, and we've grown a little bit, as you guys have, since we last talked.
Just a little bit, yeah.
I think last time we spoke to you, we were working out of our house, and then we had just purchased a 3,000 square foot building, and it had gotten
broken into, yeah.
And we had called you like, "Hey, sorry we're late. Like we're trying to
literally that day.
Yeah,
that's when you were coming there.
So
yeah.
it was kind of chaotic, but we're glad that we made it, and no one got hurt in the whole process.
We still have your 6-pack holders that were made from the wood stolen from a burned out house on McNichols and. I'm kidding.
Well, and now that we own a brewery, we might need growler holders.
Oh.
We do beer flights as well.
Oh. Oxford has a
synergy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But you guys are like moved into a huge building in Hamtramck now?
Yeah, so we bought the old Garrity Dodge dealership on Joseph Compound, Hamtramck.
Or LDB. That's
LDB
what
was
the last
recently, but yeah, Garrity for a while.
LDB, their Chrysler Jeep, that one?
I've never heard that.
I never heard that.
For
but yeah.
a hometown dealer.
Yeah, hometown dealer.
Wait, so Bob, better than Summer Place Kia?
No, I'll take anything over Summer Place Kia.
Is that a throwback song?
No, they're a commercial that's on the radio 24/7 every 17 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
They must spend $250,000 a month on local radio. Like, I don't know how they do it.
But not with us, so why are we talking about them?
Exactly. No, but you guys have expanded the line now. You're not just doing kind of reclaimed wooden tables. You're actually selling lumber.
Yeah, so we're selling recycled lumber now too. Our building now is 24,000 square feet. So
oh my God.
We have about 10,000 square feet of retail showroom and then 10,000 square feet upstairs of workshop.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a much larger operation than it was even a year ago.
A lot of walking. Like, I quit my gym membership because you just walk. you like lose tools. You're like, damn it, I have to go all the way downstairs.
Like, I feel like that's an IKEA.
I would be so quick to get a golf cart if that was.
Oh, no.
We're working on it. Yeah.
Or at least one of those mini Segways. You can get them on Amazon for like $400 or $500.
I feel like
we have a steep ramp.
Yeah.
There's a ramp that goes all the way to the roof because you used to park the cars on the roof.
And it's
the
steep.
ramp is steep.
I feel like you would probably fall backwards on a Segway and like injure yourself.
Or it would stall halfway up.
I sense go-kart races.
Oh,
Oh,
Mario
totally
Kart,
like
yeah.
races. Our friends would come over with their skateboards and skate up and down the ramp, but yeah, no Segways.
Nice.
So what are some of the products you've expanded to?
We started doing like a bunch of like funny home decor signs and bottle openers. Now we're doing more
just like 3,000 live, laugh, love signs on wood.
Oh my God,
we do not do that.
But
Yeah,
and they
home
never
with the
used a
Michigan.
single Faygo bottle cap.
No, that's
I give them all the credit.
No, the home with the Michigan Mitten sign, we don't carry those signs.
Yeah, our
so
more
sorry,
speed's
guys.
like a bottle opener that says "Take your top off."
Or
That's
do a
more
big
our.
shit.
Which I saw that and I need like 8 of them.
Or I can't adult today. And I'm sorry we guys
That's my
didn't
favorite
give you
one.
guys some signs, but let us know. We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
I was saying like now
We'll get some
that you've
decorations for the
seen
studio.
the
Yeah.
decor.
4 kids, I can't do adult today.
That was my favorite meme from last week, though. It says, when your house has a 2-part meme. It says, when your house has a live, laugh, love sign. And then it's Mark Cuban going, and for that reason, I'm out.
That's right. Odds are good.
awesome.
You're a housewife with a Pier 1 credit card.
But are you guys like getting into, obviously it sounds like corporate stuff, because I mean, you just talk to these guys and they're like, I want a Reclaim Wood conference table in my office. I think that's got to be more than just 1 or 2 people. It's got to be a thing today, right?
Yeah, I mean, just this last year alone, we did work for WeWork,
Yeah.
Westbourne Markets, Carhartt.
Yeah, I mean, we did a lot.
Big companies.
Yeah, like we
From lots
wholesale
of different
nationally, but we did been doing a lot of corporate branding and, doing custom build outs for other, makers. Oh,
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
Right.
So, but yeah, it definitely been a progression. We still have the same products, but I think every day it's just quality's getting a lot better. Like I said, we're probably in 120, maybe more stores around the country. So,
Oh,
really?
yeah, it's a lot.
Well, how big's your staff now?
Oh God, we're understaffed.
where's
So
the-
if anyone wants a job, no.
My staff.
No, I think we have like 4 or 5 employees right now.
Awesome.
But we are looking for 2 interns. That would be solid, and maybe another
To do what?
employee.
Help us out. We need some video help, Instagram, social media stuff, and
Yeah.
then also just
General
shop
labor.
help. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're looking for some kids who do like who are interested in art, or interested in crafts, and we can kind of mold.
Well, yeah, because like you guys are like, and we've had this conversation with, oh God, who's the guy? Adam Janai, Detroit Steel,
Mob Steel. Yeah.
and those like we're like, there's an entire generation now that like we've kind of screwed because we spent all this time. Oh, go to college; it'll all be fine. And then we stopped offering shop classes in high schools, and so they don't understand it's okay to work with your hands and actually make stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fortunately, I grew up like, having shop class. I grew up in a rural community. We had a great shop program, metal shop and wood shop. So I did it from middle school through high school, and then that was
I did
my
it.
only training. But you grew up. Her father was a contractor, and she grew up on job
Around,
sites and
yeah.
around it. But some of the kids we have working for us, we have all our employees are from the city, and like they didn't have any of those skills. And it's really cool that we get to kind of develop them in that way, even though they're not really super interested in it. I feel like they're going to appreciate it in 5 to 10 years when they have a house.
Well, yeah. Well, that's kind of how we started the business. We would always bike around and find discarded wood, in our neighborhood.
Well, that was the running joke the first time you guys were on it. I'm riding around in my Schwinn and finding a burned out house.
No, I was going to ask you, how are you finding stuff today?
I don't fixie, but
Some still
That's right,
some
on
of
the
the same,
fixie,
but
right.
also we work with contractors.
yeah, the biggest thing is like donations. We work with contractors who, would rather give us all the wood from their renovations than putting in a landfill or.
Yeah, and it works really well too because like we're not taking a couple pieces on our bike anymore. We're taking truckloads and trailer loads. So it's like we're saving these contractors a couple $100 to a couple $1,000s a site just by them giving us the wood that they were going to throw away to
And
dumpsters.
we get to explore really cool places. That's what's
Yeah, we get to see some really cool places.
Yeah,
Those
like
are
Mondays
really
our
nice,
store is closed, but those are days that we kind of go out and like check our sources. So I think we like visited like 3 warehouses. Kind of dangerous. We had to like climb through a hole and like climb up to the 2nd floor. It was ridiculous, but he's just like, yeah, all the stuff I'm taking out. So we're super excited for when he starts renovations.
It's like that
to be a part of it.
American Pickers show.
We should
No,
we were saying we should have a show.
They already got wood clipboards, and you burn in the logo.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, we were just talking about that.
I know. Instead of getting a cheap Staples one,
All right, we got a logo for you.
You got a
Damn it,
couple.
we're
You
gonna-
got a big order.
And
All
we're
right,
buying
cool.
stuff.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Those are already priced out on our corporate branding page too.
You won't get it before Christmas. Just saying.
I don't. Not now. I want it now. Damn it.
That's right. Have you met us?
You can burn the logo in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, and then we're going.
There's a reason. See how everything comes together.
What is that?
Oh, that beer flight is.
Why does the small coat hook look
Oh my god! Oh my god! That is so funny you said that because that was
because Randy's on your website and he's like, dude, huh?
They sell really well.
It's not the most
that
flattering
was the first thing I said. I'm like, these look like straight up dicks.
Hey, you just made the intro.
You'll be receiving about
Like I love the angry octopus coat hooks, but holy crap! Like
that's straight up a wiener.
Those are schwanzes.
Hey, man, don't kill ourselves. You know, they work. They work.
That was a bad angle, though. I might say.
Randy's going to have 87 coat hooks in his house.
Oh my goodness!
This stuff's great though. Like you guys are really like. I remember when you were here last time. You had 6 things, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like this is like a full like. This is huge. This is awesome. You guys are like
that's so.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's the cool. No, honestly, like that's the cool stuff to us, and we've talked about this. We don't. I'm so glad you guys reached out because we don't do this enough. We don't double back with folks that have been on our show before and check in and see where they are now. Yeah. You guys have come such a long way from where you were back then.
Yeah.
And as have you guys, too. I mean, it's cool for us to see this as
really
well. Like, last time we were going to Russell up a freight elevator.
Right. That may or may not have been safe. That may or may not, yeah.
I hated that freight elevator.
If I could burn
that down,
it would never
the other
worked.
half of the building didn't work. Yeah. But no, it's really cool. And right now we've expanded to like the coat hooks that you mentioned and you're making fun of. Like we're doing hardware now too. Like we're trying to be more of like a specialty hardware store.
Yeah. This one
you guys should rename it.
Yeah. This one's going to Andrea Crest, by the way. It's just a drink some coffee, put on some gangster rap, and handle it.
Yeah.
That's Andrea. Yeah,
totally.
It's one of the best sellers.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's for a while. Yeah.
On Reclaim Wood.
Well, no, that's the cool thing. Like you guys do. You guys have always done cool stuff because I cruised through the website. I did not see the schwanz hooks, but like that's good to hear that you're getting corporate buy-in and that kind of stuff because there are. I mean, I think that's the thing right now. As companies are moving downtown, whether it's WeWork or whoever else, like they're trying to have that hook, that connection, that whatever. Mm-hmm. You guys provide that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean. One guy told us we're real, like we're actually doing this, like we're not faking it. So like I think those companies really tie into that, like they see it and they want to be part of it.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, please help our facade.
And I think also because we're passionate. I feel like there's a lot. Not talking bad, but I feel like there's a lot of companies who kind of just do what they do just to make money. But I mean, last time we spoke, you guys know that I worked at GM and I was there for 5 years. I mean, I left the company 4 or 5 months ago to pursue this full time. I mean, one, it was stressful doing both things, but
I can relate to
something
that.
where I actually like I don't have health insurance anymore, but I'm completely happy and satisfied with what I'm doing.
Then you don't need health insurance.
It's a good feeling. Yeah, I mean, I have
as long as you're perfectly happy and healthy, you're good. Yeah.
Right.
Actually, I'll show you.
I think that's the Trump healthcare plan.
I actually have what's it called? A splinter in my arm that's been there for like a couple months.
No, don't do that.
It's like at least like a solid inch and a half. But
and her sister's a doctor who tried to.
I mean,
I got some tweezers.
My sister's a doctor, so I think next time she comes in town, I'll be like, "Hey, so do you want to
do some minor surgery on my arm?"
Totally like Dave. Hey, Dave, you like computers here? My HP's broke. Like throw it at his lap.
It's like my neighbor. He's an ER doc. He's like, I really can't do house calls because that's against the professional code of ethics. Oh, by the way, my laptop is slow. Can you fix this?
So, quick. One of our friends is listening to the show. Steven Sadler, who was on the show a couple weeks ago, he just bought "Men Are Temporary, Cats Are Forever" off your guys' site.
Oh, awesome!
I love that one too.
That's for his wife.
I know, like 6 girls. I'm going to buy that for.
Yeah,
we will have that by Christmas.
I was just like, I apologize if it hasn't shipped out yet.
Aren't the 4 guys at the factory working on it right now?
Yeah. Oh, we don't have elves. Come on now.
They're busy at this time of the season.
Yeah.
They have a convention for them down at the Renaissance Center. Maybe you can hire
It's
them.
Yomicon. Yeah. That's the elves that should be working. So I honestly what's next for you guys? Where do you see this going?
I mean,
where do you hope it goes?
Yeah, I mean, the Hamtramck location, it's really special. Like, it's an old Dodge dealership, and like we left it intact. Like, it looks like an old car dealership, but it's just really cool. Like,
And the community is awesome. Hamtramck's
Yeah.
a great city.
That's a great town.
Yeah.
It is really awesome.
It's developing. There's amazing companies who are coming down there.
We should have a studio there.
No.
You should.
We have Damn it, let's figure that out.
We were looking. I found a building before we found this place. That was in Hamtramck.
I remember.
And I said,
There's great food. There's Polish food everywhere.
yeah, we go there once a month.
Go to Bajanks. They have what's it called? One of those like warm food area. Oh my god,
It's all
so
Polish
good.
food every day.
Potatoes.
A buffet?
Meat and potatoes all day.
A warm food area. A buffet?
It's a buffet.
I used to be
It's a grocery
vegan
store.
until I moved to Hamtramck. Now I'm a flexitarian because meat and potatoes.
No, Dave has a request of you though. Can you start making artisan fire pits out of old tire rims and charge $1,800 for them? Oh, those would be
I
amazing.
feel like that would
Oh
just
my
smell
God.
That would be
horrible.
awesome. No other rim.
We found
Oh,
one.
no.
No, we actually
Oh.
somebody actually did that, and we saw it, and we mocked them openly for weeks because literally it was just a tire.
It's called
rim.
what is it called? It was called an artisan
the
fire pit.
artisanal Detroit
yeah.
fire pit.
That's
Right,
like
Detroit.
they're
It had
from
Detroit
Detroit?
label.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's some LA shit right there.
No, it was.
That's some hipster shit.
They moved from LA and did that here. Yeah.
Hey man, it's like Nordstrom's tagline for us. It was just like turning trash into cash, and I'm like, why would you write that?
Do not ever
That
say
was-
that again.
That was our article cover. Turning Woodward Throwbacks, turning trash into cash. And I'm like, yo, we sound like assholes. Like, it's horrible.
Sanford and Son, you know, like
I was like, damn, thanks, guys. But yeah, so next steps with our business, selling lumber, it's new.
So to who?
Well, we're trying
That's
to
the
cater.
big thing about it.
Yeah,
Whoever wants to
we're
buy
trying
it.
We're trying to cater it to, the experienced contractor, but also like the average person like me and you who, doesn't have any experience with woodworking or does, and they want to build something they saw on Pinterest. So it's just like our store is, very easy to read. The
Hear that,
prices
mommy
are
bloggers?
precise.
So now, so is that the next step that you're
Well, that's
offering?
what's
already
happening
doing
now.
it.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm honestly thinking like workshops, classes, that
We
kind
are
of
doing
stuff.
workshops.
They're on the website.
Yeah,
There you
we've done
go.
a few already. Someone actually just emailed
paused
asking.
them for the holidays, 'cause
Yeah,
we're
they
just
just asked
got
if
too
we're
busy.
doing another one.
Yeah.
So probably in January.
Yeah, but the big thing right now is like we're just trying to cater to like an everyday person who just does not have the experience, and like we're trying to be like a welcoming, friendly place because we've been to these places, these lumber yards who sell reclaimed lumber, and
Not naming
we're
names.
professionals. We're in the business. We walk in, we feel uncomfortable. Like everything's everywhere.
intimidating.
Scary. It's intimidating.
Well,
And,
yeah,
like,
what is
Our place is
intimidating?
not intimidating. We have, racks that look like Home Depot. Everything's organized. Everything's priced. It's very easy.
We're all about how the racks look. We all
we have nice racks.
We actually are going to make a neon sign, and we want to put it in hot pink and script saying, "Do you like my wood?" Do you think that's offensive to some people coming to the store? Because I feel like someone will call
If they are, kick them out.
Yeah.
All right.
If they're
We've
offended,
got-
kick them out.
We've got wood.
That's
I don't know.
true.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah, like we're trying to come up with a really cool kind of quirky
80s pink. neon
Carpenters
font.
do it on a
Yeah.
bench. Whoever's doing it.
That should be a sticker.
Oh, they had them in the 80s somewhere. Like,
We'll have them at our store in about a month. So,
but hey, we find you online at woodwardthrowbacks.com.
yep.
Yes.
And
at 11500 Joseph Compound and Hamtramck.
and when you're getting a punchki and when you're staying in line for 3 hours,
I
go
feel like I
stop
have
and
to
say
stop
hi.
by there. Like it sounds like a cool
Oh
spot.
yeah, and then December 16th, 6 to 11 p.m. We're having a holiday event. We'll have punchkis, beer.
Everyone's going to be at my house that day.
Well, bring them over.
But if you're not invited to Bob's party,
Thanks for the invite. But yeah, we're excited. We have right now 40 to 50 vendors, so it's going to
Wow.
be
Holy hell.
spread throughout our building on the first and second floor. So great vendors. We're going to have beer, cider, mead, and then we're also going to have pre-cocktails from DCD. I guess I probably should have named everyone.
Yeah, Batch Brewery, Bee Nectar, Detroit State Distillery.
Everyone we love.
A couple food trucks, Max Shack, Pink Flamingo, and Drunken Rooster.
Yeah.
As well as
and then
like
we're
40
not naming
different
all.
craft vendors.
Yeah, we're not naming all the 40 vendors, but
God, do it again in January, and we'll make it a thing.
Yeah,
we want
to do a spring one, maybe.
Yeah, we want to do a spring because
Okay.
also the rooftop. They used to park cars on it, but hopefully next year we'll have a
do it
deck
outdoor.
and grass. We're gonna do an outdoor market.
Oh, seriously, keep us in the loop. We'll
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
make that a thing.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
But
Yeah.
for all those who are around December 16th, you know where to find
Who
us.
aren't invited to Bob's party?
It's a free, yeah.
Bob's going to have a lot of people in his front yard.
Right. Probably is, yeah. We'll all be smoking.
There will be no Christmas music also. No Christmas music at this event. It's just going to be a party. I love holiday craft shows, but at the same time, I feel like they're all the same.
Okay,
So
when
we're
does it
trying to-
start? Like, can I
At
go there before I go to Bob's party?
Yes.
6 o'clock? What time does your party start?
Oh, I can go there before. I don't know.
You should definitely stop by.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't want
It'll
to
be fun.
divulge that people are going to show up at his house.
Yeah, exactly. Well, appreciate it. Awesome seeing you guys kind of making good of this.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Woodward Throwbacks. We're going to be back in a quick break, and we're going to have Mike and Ugly Steve here, the Joomla twins from CorePHP. This is the IT and the D Show.
Hey, and we'll be right back.
IT and the D. Read, meet, listen. Networking Detroit. One beer at a time.
Hi, I'm Brittany Daniel from The Game, and you're listening to IT and the D Show.
itinthed.com.
Welcome back. Thank you for hanging out with us. This is the one and only IT and the D Show. We're at episode 225. This is segment 3. Bob the Sales Guy here, hanging out with Dave the Geek. Randy, I do the Twitters Walker, is in the studio. Find us online, itinthed.com, where you will find all the things. Don't mark your calendars if you have not already. December
Seriously,
7th.
Thursday, be there. Jesus.
It's our toy drive. We
Or
do it every
Jesus,
year.
whatever works for you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see you from 5 to 8 at Falling Down, Warren.
Well, 5 till whenever.
Question mark.
Yeah.
We say 8.
And remember, Ann Arbor friends, we're not doing an event in December, so come to Warren for the toy drive.
Because we're all Voltroning together. Life is good.
Podcaster meetup, Ann Arbor meetup, Detroit
It's
meetup.
all the things.
Right.
We're going to kill. And actually, so just for the sake of reference, the guy that owns the McDonald's that's next door is a founding Mug Club member. So you are perfectly welcome to park in the McDonald's parking lot that's right next door to Falling Down.
And not only that, to meet food needs too, we got Detroit Beer Company, Detroit Barbecue Company bringing a food truck who made the best turkey I've ever had on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They're going to bring the whole entire smorgasbord for our eating in delights.
Yay.
So, hey, we are lucky enough to be joined by Mike and Steve, a.k.a. the Joomla twins from CorePHP, gentlemen.
Hey.
You are the quietest group that we've ever had here, and we appreciate being patient and hanging out with us.
Oh, hey, no problem.
I was joking about the quiet thing. You're like, all of a sudden, now you're quiet. Like, shh, right.
So, I mean, honestly, I guess let's start. So let's talk Joomla. Like, Joomla was or is like the geek's WordPress.
Yeah.
So, like, what made you decide on Joomla?
Well, actually, I first started with the platform back when it wasn't called Joomla. It was called Mambo at the time.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to
Was
do
it Mambo number 5? Or?
No, but close enough. First started back with the development team back in 2000, 2001 timeframe. We forked the platform due to differences back in 2005, 2006, and ended up starting, co-founding it as Joomla. It's been a very successful ride for the platform. It's the number 1 CMS in the world. If you throw WordPress into the mix, which is primarily a blogging platform, then it's number 2. But you know, us Joomla people, we prefer to say that we're the number 1. Screw the bloggers,
because marketing.
WordPress powers 29% of the web.
Yeah,
just
thanks
throwing
for
that out
there. We power 6.
Shut up, Randy.
Yeah, bring out my parade, why don't you?
We actually have sweatshirts being made that say "Shut up, Randy," so it's okay.
Hey, can I buy one today?
Done.
Awesome. No, so I've been it's been a wonderful ride throughout the years, watching it grow and and being part of that team. But at the same time, I've also grown our business and our network of people and providing services to them through my primary company, CorePHP, allowing providing them services for Joomla. But also we do WordPress. I won't lie.
Well, because a company named CorePHP, you would kind of have to.
Yeah, we do a plethora. I mean, not a plethora.
A
we do
plethora?
A plethora. We do a variety of different things.
A plethora.
I'll define that in about.
Keep drinking, Steve.
Hey,
I have one for you.
I feel like they should like a YouTube commercial. Like we should get like a video production company just to go, we're CorePHP, we're dynamite.
Can we have this?
And we'll get Jimmy Walker because he's in town. Dude, he's in town next week.
Jimmy Walker is in town.
I like it. Can we just get a snippet of that?
We'll make it happen.
Awesome. We need
CorePHP is dynamite.
And they'll win the fight.
Ooh. I'm liking this.
How long has CorePHP been in business?
17 years, and I haven't come up with anything that good.
This is why my supervillain name is the Enabler.
So I mean, other than what does CorePHP do? And if you say solve problems, we'll just turn
the mics off and be done.
We solve problems.
Oh, nice.
So the company itself is basically a solutions provider. Got you on that one. We basically customers come to us with problems and we provide solutions. But what actually makes us unique compared to a lot of various other companies is that we not only take the problems you have and turn them into solutions, but we go the extra mile to actually build you the right tool. We don't just go, oh, this is what you want to build. Here you go. Here's a
plugin. Go. Yeah.
We go the extra mile to tell you, hey, this is probably not the direction that you're going to want to build. You might want to go this direction. So it's more of helping the customer along with their journey of building their business with the experience that we have behind our belt.
What a novel concept, giving people what they need, not what they think they want.
Exactly. It's kind of hard for people to comprehend.
Like for a good example, talking about what is a problem that we're solving for a client. One client, they sell coaxial cable. There's millions of different variations that are out there. They sell the specialty cable for like AT&T, Verizon, all those people, right? Well, they were trying to solve a problem that they were having, all their orders done through the phone. So they wanted to make an online ordering system where it's a visual order. So we built a visual order system where you go online, you order your different ends of your cable, the type of cable, then it goes out to the marketplace, analyzes the market, and sees what the price of that product is, comes back, creates a product in their shopping cart, and creates that product at a lower price. That has also increased their business 200% in 2016. So
wow,
that's a huge increase of business for them. So they're extremely happy where things are going.
I would assume so.
We thought it was a typo when they sent the email. We're like, oh, you mean we actually wrote back and we're like 20%? That's awesome. That's typical. That's great. We did our job. No, 200%, and we're like, wow. Holy shit. Oh, can I say that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, shit. Shit. No, I'm just kidding. So I mean, it was pretty cool. So I mean, that's the type of things we like to solve for our clients. Another good example we did is we have an insurance company. They typically, when you go online, you fill out a form. You fill out another form. Your dependents, and then you'll get a price on what that is.
Right. I'm not a smoker.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not a drinker.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got no existing health conditions.
Yeah, and your drop-off point from us lazy millennials, because that's the target market they're going after, we're done after the first
You're not
form.
that young. Don't lie to people.
Yeah. I shaved. So they wanted to change.
Shaves, he looks like a 14-year-old.
Right.
Yeah. No comment. So they wanted to change that to where you go. So there's only 2 touch points. You put a zip code in. Are you married, single, married with kids? Once you do that, it gives you a price. So it goes out to a quoting engine, to a couple APIs, comes back, does a calculation in back end. So in less than 2 seconds, you have a buying decision. From there, they've seen their increase from going from 5 to 8%, about 29 to 32% increase month after month of new business. So
you guys actually do solve problems.
We sure do. So what problem would you like solved?
More podcasts?
Okay. Sure. More daytime podcasts. That's what we need.
Yeah, we do.
Well, you need more people.
We do. Because Jess can only handle so much.
Exactly.
So, well, and I would be remiss if we joked about it in the intro. You guys are twins.
Yes.
Is that
It happened at birth.
how does that is that cool? How does that work?
We don't know any different.
Yeah, I guess that's so. Like a lot of people are like, "Well, how's it like working with your brother?" I'm like, I don't know what it's like not to work with my brother, because every single job that we've had throughout our whole career, we've always worked together. When we worked at the government, we both worked together. When we worked at Red Lobster, we worked together. Macy's, Target,
Cheddar biscuits.
Yeah, oh yeah, I stuffed a lot of those. We cooked those. That was our. We worked the
batter.
Yeah,
batter and water. That was it.
And how you beat it. So we've just done everything together. So
it's been a fun ride. I mean,
funny story, fun ride. That Steve and I are identical twins. We have the same garage. We have a van and a car. We have 4 kids.
And
each.
you both have 4 kids. Yeah,
yep, almost all the same age. So. It's been a competition. Now Steve is breaking that competition. I'm a 5th kid. I'm not.
Well, that's not breaking. He's taking the lead.
Yeah. Oh well, he can have the lead. I'm gonna one up you somehow. He can have that lead all day long.
Yeah, because I have 2. I can't even imagine 4, let alone 5.
Twice as bad.
What?
They're awesome.
But nobody tells you that when you go from 0 to 1, that's one thing. Nobody tells you going from 1 to 2 is just as bad as going from 0 to 1.
Try getting sitters for 4.
Well, and so
they have to go to multiple different houses. That's how it works.
I have friends that have 4 kids. They're like, oh, it's once you're past 2, it's a piece of cake, and I'm like, skeptical. Dave is skeptical.
Yeah. See, 4 colleges, 4 weddings.
Right.
God, what were we thinking? Good times.
It all made again. Communism looked great on paper.
My cousin has had his 4th boy. They're all 6 and under.
Oh yeah.
Well, so he's never paying for a wedding.
Right. He's a Dodger, so it doesn't matter.
To you.
I have 1 girl, so I kind of have to pay for a wedding. And 4 colleges.
So you guys are hooked in with Steve Sadler.
Yep.
That we had in a couple weeks ago. So how's that whole thing going?
Really good. So we kind of met Steve about a year and a half ago, and we've been working on together a incubator fund. It's an investment fund to help incubate some companies. We have about 8 that are going to go under the fund. We're in the process of raising for the fund right now and get investment to actually incubate those 9 different companies.
So and what kind of companies? What's that for?
So each of them have a unique problem that they're solving. I'm sorry, I had to plug that. I had to plug that for you. There we go. What words can I say that will annoy?
Exactly.
Should be a rap sheet on the wall.
Right.
So I mean,
we need a whiteboard of things that will annoy Bob.
Say it during the segment. Problems to solve. So one of the things is we have a couple patents that are part of the portfolio companies. One of them that we have is very cool. It actually owns the first claim to it is it's an e-learning platform patent, and the first claim in it is about social sharing.
Ignite.
Yep, Ignite Gas. So I think you guys spoke about that about a couple weeks ago. So and what's really cool about Ignite Gas is not only on how you can share the knowledge, it's how to create it. It's very fast. It's very rapid. It's the fastest one that's on the market today. When you think about big corporations, they spend so much money on trying to create the content from. They need the knowledge holder. They need the person that's going to create the content. Then they need a video person. Then they need
an
audio person. And then, so there's 4 people involved. Well, with Ignite Cast, you just need the knowledge person. If you know how to work Word, you can work, Ignite Cast to create the content very easily. So we try to make it as simple as possible that anybody. One of the things that we're solving right now is we have a company called Metallurgic High Vacuum. They're a very, very niche company, and they make and repair high vacuum cleaners for not vacuum cleaners, But high vacuums, they call them vacuum cleaners. when you say vacuum cleaners, you're thinking, oh, what I clean my carpet?
I got a Shark Navigator.
These things are massive, like they're big vacuum pumps in buildings and in
like
machinery.
HVAC systems, that kind of stuff. Yeah,
bigger. Think of like thousands of pounds of steel,
hazmat stuff.
Pumps that are like in buildings that would for your plumbing and stuff like that.
Big pumps. Randy's paying attention now.
That is they have a problem.
He finally woke up. He fell asleep on the Z for Twitter.
So they have a problem where there's a generation gap. They have like 67-year-olds executives and that are running and 67-year-olds that are running the company. And then they have younger people that are running the company. Well, one of their major providers is a company out of Canada, and they have these pumps that are made by this company in the 60s. That company cannot support that product, so they send it all to Metallurgic High Vac, and we call them Methivac, send it to them, and they do all the repairing. Well, they're getting close to retirement. The older generation knows how to do it. Well, if they don't transfer that knowledge down to the younger people, they lose a huge income.
Which brings us back to the earlier chat with the Woodward Throwbacks guys about this whole generation that doesn't know what to do with their hands, so to speak.
And there's a communication difference between I'm talking with my hands too. You guys can't see it, but my hands are flying. I'm Italian. But there's a huge generation gap on how we communicate. The older generation uses different terms.
Yeah.
The younger generation uses different terms. And they mean the same thing, but when we're talking to each other...
But they don't,
we have no idea. So how do you transfer the knowledge that when someone's exiting a company, they're retiring, how do you capture that knowledge and transfer it down to the other people? IgniteCast can help with that. We're talking to a city in Michigan that just lost 33% of their workforce, and they're running into that problem where nobody knows what's going on. So they're like, what do we do?
It's that tribal knowledge. Like it
is.
That kills every company.
Oh, I just took over a 9 to 5 for someone that left the company, and our boss left the company and put nothing into Google Drive. And
of
so I have
course,
to rewrite
so you're starting everything all new.
I have to rewrite everything. Yeah.
And then how do you know what the process is? Who do you know? That's where things.
I get
break.
to write it all.
It's corporate brain drain.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I said,
we call it the brain drain syndrome.
So what's the goal of the incubator fund? I mean, what are you looking to get out of it? More investors, more companies? Both?
Right now, it's both. We definitely want investors. That's the big focus right now. So we can incubate these companies, and then definitely add a couple companies. We're actually in talks.
Because we decided like we're Guppy Tank.
Yeah,
like we're not Shark Tank.
Yep,
we can't be, but we're Guppy Tank.
Is that like Finding Nemo?
Like really, really small, really small scale.
Yeah. You guys do beer and alcohol. That's I don't have any of that stuff in our portfolio.
You're interested in investing with beer and alcohol?
That's how we make most of our decisions.
And podcasting. Running our mouths and drinking beer. It's
right.
Well, the great thing about the investment fund is, there's a minimum, to be part of the investment fund, but you don't need to. There's not one person that's going to be the full investor. There's multiple different investors that will be part of it. So there's be lots of opportunities for other people that are out there.
And so and that fund buys into. Is it just Michigan companies? Is it around the area?
So now it's only Michigan companies. So they'll be based out of Detroit, Lansing, and the Detroit area.
Okay,
and then Battle Creek area. And then we're in talks right now with 2 LA companies. So it's through our partnership, Amit Zappa, which is Frank Zappa's son. So
hi.
Oh, you know Frank?
That's kind of
or you
cool.
know Amit?
Both.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
cool.
Amit is one of our business partners with the fund. So
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, Steve brought him up.
I don't quite know how to react to that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Amit's a really cool guy, and he's just really, really down to earth. So he's a fun dude to hang out with.
That's freaking amazing.
Yeah, Steve talked about him a couple weeks ago.
I wish
where were you?
I was trying to play it off and build it up, Bob.
How many beers were you in?
See, we're a little bit more engaging.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
This is
There's
why
two
you
of
suck.
us, and he feels like he drank way too much, so he's seeing double.
Yeah, so we have.
Wow, yeah, all right, next time, all right, fine.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for playing.
he's got a couple of technologies they just received patents on that we're looking to be part of the fund. So we were just talking to him a little bit ago to see how things are going with that. So I mean, there's a lot of things that we want to do in the portfolio companies, solving the problems. We want to scale each of them because there's big markets that are out there that are untapped. What?
He almost punched me.
What?
Solving problems.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was trying to wait for the bell to ring, but as you heard, there was a pause. But thank you. I'm trying to plug in.
No, I'll be honest. It's a sales guy thing with buyers, and it's the joke because every sales guy goes through the same sales training.
Yeah.
And they go, "I'm not here to sell you something. I'm here to solve your problems." And it's become so like you just can't, like in the sales circle, like we joke about that. Like, I'm going to sales call tomorrow. I'm going to find out what kind of problems he has so I can fix them. You know, like what keeps you up at night, Mr. Customer? Like, you know, like, come on, man. Like,
nothing. You do.
I always say infomercials, but, you know, that's just me. So, true story.
So, another product that company that we have in the portfolio is an interactive digital menu board. So, for example, we're looking at rolling this out into the auto industry for the auto shows. Say you go to the auto shows, you have an interactive map that you can touch screen, and it's dishing out some ads that are relevant to what's going on in the auto show. Well, there's a QR code. You can take a picture of that. That screen now becomes part of your phone, and you can travel around with that. Now we're tracking all that data to give back to the auto companies.
Are QR codes still a thing?
Yes, they are.
No.
They're more
for shipping and distribution, I would think they are. For life, they're not.
Well, we're bringing it back.
iOS 11 just added support for QR code, so it's
a thing, and it's staying. I'm sorry to say.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, once you go Mac, you never go back.
Just don't put them on your. Just don't put them on your business cards.
Yeah, no, I think that they're a fad.
Just don't put them on billboards
or street signs or billboards
or the backs of trucks.
Hey,
Those
I'm driving along. Let me get a picture of that.
Yeah, right.
It's how you use them. It's the application.
Shipping labels.
They're not going to be
put them away.
They're not going to be widely used in like everyday
but for
stuff.
targeted use, all right.
Yeah, absolutely. So now the people can utilize that by taking a picture, and that map, the interactive map, now goes to your phone and you travels with you, and you can see where you're at, and it's dishing out relevant coupons, ads while you're there. So if you're at an outlet, you can use that at an outlet. So we're in conversations on, it's going to be rolled out in the auto shows next year, but we're in conversation with some outlets as well. So
be at Great Lakes Crossing up by you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You won't go near that place until mid-January.
Oh my
God.
The traffic there is crazy.
It's insane.
I'm from Battle Creek. The longest traffic light we have is 4 cars.
Well, and that's like the left turn into the Kellogg's factory.
Yeah, that's a traffic jam. Yeah. Yeah, I have a joke.
5 employees at the factory.
Yeah, Steve and I are serial entrepreneurs because we're from Battle Creek.
Cereal, yeah.
Yeah.
Serial killer back in the day. Yeah.
Investors in the milk, bananas.
We at least have a TV show called Battle Creek. It sucks, but we at least still have one.
What does Detroit have?
A movie.
So cold in the D.
You don't want us to start talking about tea, baby. I assure you.
I heard she has a new album.
We have stories.
Okay.
We have stories.
You should bring her in.
No, we shouldn't. We tried, and we shouldn't.
We had to go
Or
through
did you
her
try and
manager.
fail?
We had to go through her
manager.
people. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
through CorePHP over the years, we've developed a lot of e-commerce sites, and out of developing for e-commerce sites, we've used lots of platforms on Joomla and Shopify, BigCommerce, all those stuff. But there's been always problems that we hear from our clients, from the developer community, and so we actually created our own e-commerce platform called Pego Commerce, and so that sits on the Joomla ecosystem.
I actually know that.
Oh,
that's you guys.
Yeah,
okay.
that's us.
Hi.
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 I scanned it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first line of code.
Nice.
Yeah. It said, "Hi, welcome world."
No, it said echo, hello.
Oh,
Echo,
that's it.
yeah.
I don't code. I'm more the marketing and sales side. So,
So it's Bob and I, sales guy, geek. I guess.
yeah. Oh, maybe we should switch seats.
Right.
Seriously, he introduced him. Like,
because
we're
my
an old
shoulder's
married
starting
couple.
to
I'm like,
hurt.
oh my god, we're getting along great.
Right. We make fun of each other and argue all night. It's brilliant.
Oh,
That's
my
our business
everyday.
model, right?
Well, same with ours.
So how do we find you guys online?
CorePHP.com. CorePHP.com.
And if you want to get involved in the fund?
Call 269-447-1834, or Michael at CorePHP.com. MICHAEL. AEL.
Awesome. Isn't that how you spell
No, there's
Michael?
EAL.
You'd be surprised. We know a lot of foreign people.
No, there isn't. No,
Hey.
that's wrong.
This is...
Well, I've heard my name spelled wrong all the time. SP with a PH.
Yeah. Steven Sadler. STEPHEN.
Stephen.
Sorry, Sadler.
But hey, this is going to wrap things up for episode 225 of the IT and the D Show. I'd like to thank Kyle and Bo from Woodward Throwbacks, Mike and Steve from CorePHP. Also like to thank Orby and Zell for keeping the lights on. We greatly appreciate it. On behalf of Bob and Dave, the ghost of Nuri, and Randy, do us a favor, drink up your drinks.
Well, no, Nuri's actually here. He's not a ghost.
Well, it's kind of a...
I mean,
he's
Randy's
here.
actually
no,
here. He's not a ghost.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah.
Do us
Is
a
this
favor.
a real person?
Yes.
Nuri? Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if this is like, what Jimmy Kimmel does, where with Matt Damon, he never comes to the show.
There actually is a Nuri.
Okay. We ran out of time.
He's in India.
He goes to Bangalore a lot, and I don't know if it's Allure or if actually.
I don't know if it's a
India.
girl named Allure
Yeah.
that he's fond of.
Don't we have like Bangor, Michigan or something?
No, India.
But hey, do us all a favor. Drink up your drinks. Get your phone numbers. You don't got to go home. You just got to get the hell out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Drive careful. Beat it.
The emergency destruct system is now activated.
Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Long live Flash! You've saved your Earth. Have a nice day.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name? Murphy.
Make the run. The run.
Game over, man. Game over.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
I can't say no, and I don't really want to, so.
Well, especially with the back doors open.
Yo! Hold up! Time out! Time out! Y'all take a chill. You need to cool that shit out. And that's the double truth. Root.
Bob loves it in the can.
I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me.
That's why I like it in the can.
Joe on the cheese.
Fear me.
My job is to make sure this program is morally upright and cultural and wholesome.
Shut up, Mimsy! Shut up, Mimsy! Shut up, Mimsy!
Why would Buick put their cars next to the Bentleys? Why? That's not marketing.
The alphabet.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I can't take that position.
That analogy sucks because it's right. Because you're getting your 8-track tuned up. Are we at a break yet? Yeah, so now I'm just doing stupid stuff to make me laugh.
Venture capital is not the end game.
When are we going to talk about me?
Jane, you ignorant slut.
It's my show. I can say what I want.
Kiss my ass, go home, unplug, get off the goddamn internet. You are everything that is wrong with the internet right now.
You're so white right now.
I'm the whitest guy in the room. Just explain it to me.
I love this city. I was banging on the wang.
Really? Should we talk about this? Tag team it. Should I keep going or should I stop?
Can I just say, it's been great being on a show that talks about Mickey Rooney dying for 20 seconds and then poop for 10 minutes.